What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Trae the 5'8" here. Today, I am going to talk about some NBA basketball. Today, we're going to talk about one person in particular, and that person is Trae Young. We're going to talk about Trae Young today, and we're going to talk about why small guards in today's NBA are secondary options at best. They are they are complementary pieces at best to an NBA team. We're going to talk about that. The reason I say that is because small guards, I just don't think are capable in today's NBA of being the first option on a team. I don't think they're capable of leading a team to a championship anymore like they used to be. I think nowadays, when you're thinking of building a team, building a franchise, I think nowadays the players you're looking for are going to be small forwards, wings, power forwards, or centers. Those are the spots you're looking for your first option players, and then everything else you're going to build around that. And I think like when it comes to like complementary pieces, usually small guards, like small point guards, is what you're going to build around with that as a complementary piece. Taller point guards, I definitely could see being a first option, but when it comes to smaller point guards, like anyone 6'3" and below, I see them just being complementary pieces at best. I feel like a lot of point guards have definitely realized that and have definitely realized their role and has been like, all right, this is my role. This is where I belong at, and have made great careers out of it. Like Kyrie Irving, he's been a great sidekick, one of the best second options you can have as an NBA team, one of the greatest complementary pieces you could have in your NBA franchise. So Kyrie Irving has made a career out of being a complementary piece. And he's realized that, hey, I'm a small guard. I'm not going to be a superstar player, but I could be a great complementary piece. And he's made a career out of doing that. Damian Lillard's teamed up with Giannis. He's realized, hey, I'm not going to be able to get that far as a small guard. I'm not going to be able to take my team to that championship level. He's teamed up with a guy like Giannis to really give himself that chance for a championship contention. So yeah, that type of stuff. So yeah, those type of things. Now with the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young, I feel like Atlanta needs to just let go of Trae Young. I feel like this is the season where Atlanta needs to trade Trae Young. I don't think it's gonna work. The Trae Young stuff is not gonna work for Atlanta, man. Atlanta either needs to trade Trae Young, or put someone who's a first option, who can be a first option player around Trae Young, and have Trae Young be a secondary option. But I don't think that one's gonna work. So my idea would be the most reasonable idea for the Atlanta Hawks would be to trade Trae Young to the San Antonio Spurs for some picks, some younger players, and rebuild. Just rebuild the Atlanta Hawks. Try to get that type of player that could fit in the modern NBA as a first option, and rebuild your team around that player later on in your franchise's history. Because Trae Young is not going to be that player to be your first option. He's not. But I feel like at the same time, Trae Young can fit around a player like Victor Wembanyama. He could be a great second option to a guy like Victor Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like Atlanta should try to trade with the Spurs, because I feel like Trae Young could play with a guy like Victor Wembanyama, and I feel like the Hawks could get some good picks from the Spurs that could help them rebuild, and they can get some good young players out of it, and they could just rebuild their franchise, and they could get a player that they could actually build a franchise around. So yeah, or if they're maybe not looking for maybe the Spurs. Miami would be a good spot for Trae Young with Jimmy Butler. They got some good young pieces there, I guess. I mean, they got some good assets, I guess they could get from Miami. Tear it down there, get some good pieces there, some good complementary pieces, I guess. Some vets to train the young people. I don't know. Um, that would be a good position for Trae Young. Would be Miami with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler needs some help. Trae Young might be able to help Jimmy Butler. Yeah, there's some decent places for Trae Young, I think, where he can add some complimentary. Where he can be a compliment to another star. Um, So yeah, Miami would be one. San Antonio would definitely be one next to Victor Wembanyama. Um, so yeah, that's what I have. Really, Miami and San Antonio would be the two best options I think so far for Trae Young. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.